From the moment I meet Claudine, I believe it is fate. Fate we found each other, fate I am here, fate I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, writing a book on women in Paris. We try to go to one small tea room, Mamie Gâteau, but it is full and noisy and they haven't guarded her table, so we move on, the streets out of focus as we walk quickly in the damp afternoon mist. Claudine moves fast, and as I come to learn her idiosyncrasies, it is her speed that comes as quickly in memory as it does in real life. We have tea and ice cream on Rue du Cherche-Midi, a fancy street in the 6th arrondissement. I don't know where we are, won't remember the name of the street until a year or two later. Paris is divided in arrondissements, 1 to 20, starting at the center and spiraling out like an escargot. The snail they eat is the structure of the city. What could be a better symbol for a city obsessed with food than an actual favorite dish? And running through it all is the River Seine, dividing the left bank, south side, and the right bank, north side. The left, where we are, is historically known as the intellectual side, which is why the restaurant we stop at is called Les Rousseaux. It is named for Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the 18th century philosopher whose writing triggered French revolutionist thought, and who is also known for his scandalous book, Confessions. It is what another scandalous book, my namesake, St. Augustine's Confessions. Confessional writing was taboo then. Now it seems commonplace, necessary even, obligatoire. Le Rousseau is a gorgeous restaurant with red leather couches and the type of soft, warm lighting that lulls one into comfort. And all feminists, well, at least the three I know most intimately, Claudine Monteil, Simone de Beauvoir, and Virginia Woolf, say women should eat comfortably. A feminist is well fed. Claudine will tell me Simone was always telling her, and Woolf writes a whole essay about it. Self-care isn't a thing yet, isn't a trend. This isn't to say you can't be a feminist if you're not well fed. On the contrary, we need feminism to ensure women and all people who consider themselves female are well nourished. Historically, girls were the last one to be served. Brothers got the food first. Girls are more malnourished explicitly because they are girls. But this is not what I'm thinking about over ice cream. I've come to France frustrated by feminism, but eating glace pistachio ice cream in this fancy cafe, meeting this formidable feminist, I think that perhaps feminism isn't so annoying after all. Claudine is French, but she spent the autumns of her youth in Princeton, New Jersey, where her father taught as a mathematician. She met Simone in 1970 when she was 20 and Simone was 62. Since then, Claudine has dedicated her life and work not only to all things Beauvoir, as she would say, but also to the fight for women's rights. Claudine begins our discussion and many of her speeches about Simone in the same way. I am a child of the second sex, as my mother was reading it at the time she was pregnant with me. My mother was born the same year, an easy way to remember the publication date of 1949, exactly 60 years before I arrived in France.